What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Chat Chat. Today, we're going to be doing a film review. We've only ever done one, but we both have seen the new Godzilla film, and spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about what happens in it and the end. So, if you haven't seen it yet, don't watch on because it will ruin the whole thing. But for all of you who have seen it and have an opinion, then we're going to give our opinion on what we think of the new Godzilla film.
We've got very different opinions, don't we, really?
Fairly different, yeah. Well, I'll start off by saying the film is a lot better than the 1998 Godzilla film with Matthew Broderick. The one that was, 1998.
Long time ago.
Yeah, it's so much better than that. So if you think if you've read all the reviews and they've said it's rubbish, it's definitely not as bad as that one. But we both have our opinion.
Yeah, but you knew it was going to be better than that one. So.
Yeah. I mean, the original look for Godzilla's back, and like the original kind of setting.
I was really
and everything.
confused though, because the first thing you see, I thought that was Godzilla. I was like, that looks nothing like Godzilla.
Yeah, basically.
Did you make that mistake?
No, I knew it was because I know a bit about the original ones. But basically, in this Godzilla is fighting loads of different things. Like he's fighting
two others.
Well, yeah, two other things, and basically he's fighting other winged,
one's winged and one's normal.
Yeah, one winged and one normal.
The male is winged and the female isn't.
Yeah, you give your opinion first on what you think the film was like, because I have a lot to say about it.
Well, you let loose, and then I'll just interrupt you when I disagree.
I have many problems with this film.
Why though? What's wrong with it?
It is too long to be a Godzilla
I agree
film,
with that.
and 3/4 of it, Godzilla isn't even in it.
That's more than 3/4 of it. It's about 7/8 or something ridiculous.
Godzilla's only in it for 20 minutes, and I mean only in it for 20 minutes, at least, or at most. Whatever. Yeah. Basically, he's only the whole film is. I think what the director wanted to do was build up the whole build up the suspense and everything to this big fight at the end, this big showdown. But ultimately, it was really boring, and the
build up took too long.
The thing that really hacked me off in the cinema, I was watching it, and there was the bit where you see Godzilla for the first time, full, and he's about to fight that guy. He's about to fight another monster at the airport, and then it just cuts, and then you see it in the background on the news. You don't actually see the actual fight.
See the fight, yeah.
And I was so angry at that, but then I thought, okay, no, I'll give it a chance because maybe Godzilla will get in it a bit more. But no, he didn't come in it for an hour after that, and it was just ridiculous how
he goes underwater for ages, don't he? And you don't see him.
It shouldn't be called Godzilla. It should be called I don't know, something else, something like cardboard acting or something like that.
Cardboard acting. What's that about?
Aaron Johnson, he's a good actor in Kick-Ass, Nowhere Boy, Kick-Ass 2, that stuff. But in this, he was just so bland, and he didn't If you're going to make a film where all the humans, where the human characters are in it the most, make them human characters likeable, and you get connected with them. This is the thing. Basically, Bryan Cranston is in the movie. He goes through a lot of stuff, and we're with him right from the start. He's in it until he dies, basically, and you get really connected to it. With him.
Spoiler.
Yeah, you get really connected with him. You understand why he's frustrated. You know he knows that Godzilla's there, or they're hiding something, or
he doesn't know it's Godzilla, but he knows something's wrong.
He knows something's wrong, and the whole thing, and then he just dies, and then we have to follow the story of his son, Aaron Johnson, who's basically a soldier, and it just the one character you get connected to dies, and that was a big mistake. I think they should have let Bryan Cranston go on more, because I would have rather watched Bryan Cranston go on than Aaron Johnson go on, to be honest, because I think he was a lot better in this than Aaron Johnson was. And all the other human characters, they're just done so, they're not done.
There's no one else
fully.
Really that you can get connected to apart from you. No, there is no one else.
There's no one else. I mean, there's that Japanese guy who's the professor and the scientist who knows everything about. But
you don't really see them that much, do you? It's every now and then they
he was good in it, but he was only in it for a short amount of time. And then it builds up to this massive fight at the end, which ultimately the special effects were really good. I will say that the special effects were really good. Godzilla looked great, but I just felt so unsatisfied at the end when Godzilla just basically wakes up from a big night of like fighting another monster and then just goes in the seas and then that's it. And that's literally the last shot. He goes into the sea and that's it. And I was just so disappointed, and I would give this film a 6 out of 10 because
I 6.
Yeah, I was bitterly disappointed. If you make a Godzilla film, you either make it like you either do the suspense a lot better, or you make it all about Godzilla. This was about humans.
Yeah, it was
rather
about
than
humans.
Godzilla.
It's because apparently they want to make a number 2 though.
Yeah, and it's going to be.
So they don't want to try and give away too much.
I understand he was trying to like tease Godzilla into it. Maybe he was going for like the more original film where Godzilla was only in it for like 15 minutes at the end. But in this day and age, loads of teenagers went into this film and wanted to see Godzilla like smash everything up, and they didn't get it because there was this whole hour and a half long crap in front of it, and yeah,
there was quite a lot of pointless stuff.
Disappointing. But what do you think about the film?
I enjoyed it. I sat there and I was quite happy. I came out quite happy. Thought I got my money's worth.
Yeah, I mean,
I would buy it on DVD.
I wouldn't.
Really?
No, it's a way. I'd watch it on TV if it was on, but that is about it.
Really?
I wouldn't buy it because it's just so. It's such a letdown, right? I started watching it, right? I was in the cinema, I started watching it. Bryan Cranston loses his wife right at the beginning. Like, he knows something's up. It's all tense, and then as soon as he dies, it just drops. The whole mood of the film drops completely. And then there's these crappy monsters. There's these monsters who look like absolute crap.
Oh yeah, they're done like, really
Godzilla
bad.
Godzilla looks awesome.
Yeah, Godzilla looks really good, but the monsters is fighting the two things.
Look like giant spiders with weird like skull head things, and it's just so bad.
Oh my god. Massive spoiler. If you haven't seen it, like, mute us now. When he grabbed the monster's mouth and opened it and breathed that blue fire into his mouth, that was cool. Awesome.
It was a good like way to kill the monster, but
I wasn't expecting that because he all just went blue, and then you're like, "What's going on?" And you just went.
That's the thing.
I was just like, yes.
The whole film, you only remember the 20 minutes for how good it was. Like that was awesome. If there was like another half hour more of that, I would have been really happy. I would have been absolutely satisfied with this film. I probably would have given it like an 8 out of 10.
If you want to see this film, just go in like an hour late.
Yeah,
and just watch the
you don't need to watch like the hour and a half leading up to it. Seriously, it's just pointless.
The only good bits are with the man that dies.
Yeah, he's such a good actor as well, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
He only had like, I don't know, maybe half hour max, maybe something like that
done
on
the
screen.
best out of all the characters,
and he was the one you got connected to the most. Aaron Johnson should have done a much better job because
you didn't connect to him really.
Yeah, and it doesn't explain. Basically, Bryan Cranston is it's set a few years back
before he
Bryan Cranston has to let his wife die. Then the kid, like, they don't explain anything, and then it cuts to years later, and it doesn't explain why Bryan Cranston has this really difficult relationship with his son. It doesn't explain any of that. It's just, they don't like each other.
I know, it's because he's loopy, and his dad hasn't let go of the wife and whatnot. That's why.
Yeah, but they haven't,
because he's given up on.
They haven't explained why Aaron
him.
Johnson's such a like dick to him. He's such an it just doesn't make sense. It was just too. I understand what the director tried to do. He tried to build the tension. He tried to make it into some big finale thing, but ultimately it just flopped at the end because there was too much crap in front of it, really. And I didn't like the fact that they made Godzilla a hero. I think that was a mistake because there was
they didn't really. It says hero or villain at the end. Oh no, is it?
No,
Saviour or something else or something
like that. But basically,
it's basically saying is he good or bad.
One shot that kind of was rubbish for me in the movie is when
Aaron Johnson, I know what you're going to say. Is it where the monster's laying there?
Yeah, basically Aaron Johnson's standing
why
there.
Why did they do that?
Aaron Johnson's standing there. Godzilla's been put down by this other monster. Aaron Johnson's standing there. He looks right at Godzilla. Godzilla looks right at him and doesn't do anything.
No, yo.
I was just like, no, he wouldn't do that. He'd like, Godzilla kills everything. That's the thing that the 1998 Godzilla had up from this one. It had more Godzilla. It had a lot more Godzilla in it than this one.
Basically, Godzilla's just his own side and kills everything. That's what I was expecting.
But I was expecting something. The trailer made it look like a good Godzilla movie.
I liked the bit where it was saying that he's basically a god and he likes to keep order.
Yeah.
And let nature take its path. I understand that, but I thought that was a good way of introducing.
I didn't like the whole the ships are going with Godzilla to New York.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
was
that's
expecting him to
stupid.
just break him at any minute.
Godzilla could easily just smash him out of the way and
But no, he's
go
just
ahead.
like,
But
yeah.
he's like working with the humans, and I thought that was bad because it doesn't make Godzilla as scary as like.
Yeah, you think he's a goodie.
You think he's like, oh, he's just helping the humans and stuff. Like, that was a mistake for me. I think that was a mistake.
Right.
I don't think. Yeah.
So, the whole world, yeah, but well, was it China that got destroyed as well? Anyway, yeah, it was the Philippines and stuff like that. Loads of places got attacked by Godzilla, by the flying things. And America are allies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was the British in this? Or where was the other countries helping? It's all about America.
It's always about America.
They think they're the best.
Like, that's because American films, it's always like they don't mention other countries, and fair enough. But it's just set in America. But yeah, I understand what you mean. Like every American
no, it's
film
not
is
realistic
about,
enough.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I want to see it where it's more realistic, where stuff will actually happen, because we would go out there and help, or other countries would help if it's a massive global matter. But it's not. It's just about America fighting it off, and like, that's why I'm like, oh, like it's not realistic enough because that wouldn't happen.
True, but they did integrate China into it with the beginning bit, and I thought that was good. It wasn't all about America, but yeah, you know. But
It's
like,
only because the factory thing.
yeah, but I've voted my opinion. I think it's bad, disappointing movie. Jack
It's
thinks
worth
it's
watching.
okay.
It's worth watching.
We'd probably buy it on DVD or something. But
Maybe.
what do you think?
Depends
if
how
you've
much.
seen it, yeah. If you've seen it, let me know. Let us know. Tell us what you think in the comments. Whether you were disappointed, whether you were happy with it, whether you thought it was a good Godzilla movie, or whether you think it could have been better.
Bad.
What you wanted to see from Godzilla. Comment below. Let us know. And as always, like and subscribe. And peace out.